Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new weekly close. I'm of course the one and only true coin baron, and I hope you were strapped in because oh my, we had such a crazy roller coaster in the last few hours. We went from about a double touch, 15 cents for CRO, all the way down, 12.2 cents, 12.2 cents on the dot. I'm gonna talk today in this video specifically if this is it. Is this it? Has this been the dip? Or will we dip even more? I'm gonna take a look at a few different things. We're gonna take a look at indicators. We're gonna take a look at the history, what happened in the past. We're gonna use the 8 ball, of course, and the 8. Let's ask the 8 ball, guys. What do you think? The 8 ball? Well, let's say more dip or no? Well, dear Mr. 8 ball, will we dip further or are we done dipping? I have to ask, of course, one question. Is the dip over? Cannot foretell now. Okay, let's try that once more. Maybe you know now. Is the dip over? Is the dip over, Mr. 8 ball? Prospects are good. Okay, so there we have the answer of the 8 ball. Let me know, guys, in the chat. Do you think we will dip lower? Or will we actually start reversing now? Because I have a few charts and I have a few things aligned for you guys so we can actually talk about this. Because let me start with this. Let me start with this here. By the way, welcome, guys. Victor Gomez, welcome. When do you see altcoin season starting? Like this month? Haven't we already started? That's the big question, of course. Let's begin first quickly with this chart here, guys. Again, the fractal is just too perfect. This fractal that we copied from 2021 so far aligns perfectly. And you can see exactly, or not exactly, but we went a bit higher than expected. But at around the same time of the dip here, it also started dipping. And what is good to see, guys, is that there was a bit of some momentum here again. You can see it went down, a bit of a pump, but then we went further down. So if you're going to follow this fractal, and we don't have to, of course, there might be a further dip coming. But well, we don't know for sure, of course. We don't know for sure. What I like about this candle, though, guys, that we've seen today, this daily candle, so that basically brought us back to where we were, like 2 days before. So that's definitely good. Like, we have shown some strength here. So maybe this is it. Maybe we continue the fractal. Of course, we don't need to complete it perfectly, right? We can maybe do it like this, and still it looks pretty much the same as the previous cycle. So it often does rhyme, guys. It often does rhyme. But it does leave the option open here for further dump. But I tweeted about this, and I think I talked about this on the Friday video. So guys, don't forget to also check the videos on Friday. And in that video, we talked a lot about Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is simply said a lot more predictable than actually Cronos. Let me quickly fix the cam a bit. There we go. I like to talk a bit more about the TA for Bitcoin and also Ethereum, because typically Cronos kind of follows, well, this is Cronos, but typically Cronos kind of follows what Bitcoin does, like in the overall picture. If the macro environment, and the macro environment is determined by Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the altcoin season. We're going to talk more about altcoin season in a minute, by the way, but if Bitcoin is showing macro strength, then Cronos can grow. If Bitcoin is showing macro, well, weakness, Crows struggling. Simple fact here. But we talked literally exactly about this line, guys, in the video. We talked about this line as a potential target. Why? Two reasons. First, we have now retested the previous high. We have retested the previous high for Bitcoin. So that one, check. But also, very interesting is that we exactly touched here the 50-day. The 50-day simple moving average. So we talked about this, guys. TA is actually useful because people listen to this. People think about, hey, well, where are the support and resistance lines? And this one was just way too perfect. Way too perfect. Also, interestingly, we are now back in the flag pattern. You can see we are now back in here. And we had a bit of a rejection there as well yesterday. So very interesting. I do like that we are now back here bouncing up. And with that in play, with this perfect bounce, with the bounce here on the 50-day, there is a potential for a reversal for Bitcoin. There is a potential for a reversal at least. And why? Well, we touched the 50-day, went out of the zone here. We can now follow like what we've drawn yesterday to continue with the flag pattern. So we can draw a new flag probably maybe here again at about 130k. That's the target, guys, 130. Let's see if it's going to play out for Bitcoin. But it is very important, guys, to follow up with Bitcoin. At this moment, though, I like to say this because Bitcoin, or not Bitcoin, CRO is exactly at 1337. 1337. For anyone here, for anyone that does game or has done anything in IT, 1337. Very important number. Very important number. Anyways, guys, how are you? How are you? One thing, by the way, to be somewhat, concerned about is this here. You can see we have this line here, this trend line. And we touched it so far twice, but we got 2 rejections. We got 2 rejections here. So the question is, has Cronos enough strength to also break through this line here? And if you can do that, preferably like today, before we close the week, so we have a few hours left. If we can do that, we can beautifully close here. And we can continue. Let me show it to you. We can continue this trend line here that we have set a few weeks back. Oh, well, it actually doesn't work like that. Nah, it's more on a daily. On a daily, you can see that we have been exactly here in this trend line, within this very tight range. So if you can close back in this range again, that would be very bullish. But let's see. So far, we're getting a bit of rejection here. So we do need to recover at this point. That would be very nice. But well, let's see. It might take a day or two. It might take a day or two. It might take a day or two. If, by the way, this fractal is going to play out, like worst case, and this is also very good to remember, like worst case, you might have a dip. Within 1 week, like it says about 9 bars, within 9 bars, we might be back again to the same level as earlier. So we might be talking about 15 cents again. So worst case, guys, worst case, dip is not over yet. Dip is not over yet. We might go a bit lower. Maybe test here this line, the 50-day. But if not, we can just continue pumping now. And let's get back to 15 cents. 1337 is almost 271. Honestly, though, if you think about it, like $1 337 does sound like very realistic. We made a video a while back talking about prediction for the CRO token, and according to a projection by 21 shares, they're saying about $1.20, in this cycle. A good 10x from this point onward, by the way, a good 10x. So possible. I see Cliff, by the way, waiting to hear about Hong Kong listing and the Binance listing. I wouldn't expect a Binance listing soon. Like Crypto.com and Binance do have a bit of an fight, I would say. They're fighting. So far, the guys are doing pretty good. Good bounce today. Like, what is this? Oh, you can't see the screen. Up about 7% on the day. Not too shabby, guys. Not too shabby. Well, good to see you, though, Cliff. Good to see you. Crow Maxi for sure, dude. I hear so many people asking, Coin Baron, should I go for the Obsidian this year? Well, Cliff has one. And I think Cliff also... I don't know, Cliff, do you, if you want to share, do you do business expenses with the card? Like, do you get, like, cash back if you do anything with for the business? Like, I don't know, inventory? Hey, Diamond J, good to see you, man. Chaotic, get well. Get well. John as well, welcome, welcome. I see Ultra Justin, good to see you. Kurt, feeling bullish or bearish? I don't know the... What's this emoji? What's this emoji here? Mixed feelings, mixed feelings. Ooh, grab the Mackies on my break. Enjoy. And remember though, Action, health before wealth. Not too many Mackies, please. One can enjoy though a Mac for sure. Hey, let's talk about something else. Very important. Very, very important. This is the Bitcoin dominance chart here. The Bitcoin dominance chart has been going up quite significantly for the second week in a row. As we talked about earlier, I think on the weekly we do see a bounce at the 50 week. Almost a year-long average. Second time we have a bounce here, so it is quite significant. But it doesn't mean that we're going back all the way. If this is going to be a reversal, like Bitcoin is going to continue, we do see also Ethereum bounce up again. Ethereum requires a good bounce. Like worst case though, Ethereum can dip to about 3k. That's still in the cards. That's definitely still in the cards, guys. 3k for Ethereum. But overall though, if you see a continuation here of this reversal, Bitcoin dominance can continue falling down. It was the same also here. You can see that we started falling down. And we had quite a hefty reversal. But it also closed down within the same week. Some people are making the argument it's a bit more like this here. Like you see, we had a good momentum to the downside. 2 big candles downward. But then we continued going higher. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. I think like time in the cycle wise, does kind of make sense that we now continue dipping as well. Oh, well, that's my opinion. For anyone though that mainly invests in CRO, I don't see us like going down on the CRO Bitcoin pair to new lows. I don't know how that would work. Nah, we are up way too much at this point. I don't see CRO Bitcoin making another dump to the lows here, creating a lower low. So I do believe that at least for CRO Bitcoin, we have seen the lows now. I've said that a few times before though, so I don't give any financial advice. I still see continuation there of this W pattern, so not too bad. Hey, welcome Marty. I see Teddy. Solid Snake. Good. I was calling for a 12-cent dump at around 14. But to be fair, the dump could be over. It's that, or we make a smaller, higher low and then go to 12 cents. I hope not, though. Yeah, that's the big question, of course. That's the big question. Unfortunately, nobody has a true crystal ball. I mean, this is the best alternative we do have, and it's saying it did mention that the probabilities were good. That the dip is now officially over. It's feeling good. Like this reversal, this candle to the upside, feeling good. We are flipping Pepe soon. JJ, I think that's true. Let's take a quick peek here at what CoinMarketCap is doing now. Because if you take a look really at CoinMarketCap, I've seen a few flips already. I have seen Crow flip Pepe, but how are we now? How are we now? Crow is sitting at about 4.5 billion. No, 4.3. 4.3 for Cronos, like market cap wise. Pepe sits at 4.4. 4.4. About a $100 million difference. That's nothing. Can be erased within like minutes. Like one good candle for CRO. Also, if we keep like consistent like this, there will also be a new unlock happening on the 17th of August. And that does mean that we will see an increase of supply and therefore also an increase of the market cap for CRO. So we're going to flip Pepe, guys. It's happening. EVE is going up in 24 hours. I think EVE might be has had a really good bounce here. 3.5. What's the biggest gainer today? Pump Fun. Pump Fun, Conflux, SPX. All the memes. All the memes and Athena. And PUBG Penguins. Oh, and wait a minute. Cronos, number 9 today. Cronos, one of the top gainers today. Well, it makes sense. Plus 8%. So, unfortunately, guys, Cronos fell down very hard, very quickly. You can see 3 big red days. But if you take a look at it in the right perspective. Oh, this is, by the way, interesting. I had to draw it down. I made a mistake here, I saw. This is a perfect line. But yeah. We have had like 4 big candles up. And now we have had 3 big candles down. We're still up. We're still massively up. CRO is doing great so far. By the way, we're getting close to a new time to buy video. It's August now. And I quickly want to remind you all that we are still at a relatively low point in this cycle. What I also like to see though is that we so far had a good bounce here on this dotted line. The dotted line is important support or resistance as well. So we do see that Cronos has continued strength. And good to see, the MACD is still growing. No sign this week so far of any reversal. So typically, this would go into like the light green. But so far, we're still building more momentum. So we can grow even higher on the weekly. Better even if you take a look at the daily again. Let's go to the daily and let's open the RSI. I think we're getting very close to the like net break-even point. Well, not really exactly, but you can see this is the RSI, the relative strength index. Once it goes above 70, you can see it becomes green. And green means like it's oversold. Or overbought, I mean. Too many people bought in. Sentiment is too bullish. That's the overall feel. Important though to mention is that if anything is overbought, like it can become like very hyped. And in the end, it will go down, but it can go so much higher. It can go so much higher. There's like sometimes like there's no ceiling to being overbought. Well, the good thing is now we have completely reset the momentum. Went to about 50 here. So we're no longer overbought, so we can start buying again. But again, I wouldn't mind if we might go a bit lower. I know we like to see higher prices, but I can live with this for sure. I think Pete had an interesting take. Let me quickly, guys, take a look at the chat. By my charting, the weekly low also got stopped out by the 0.382 FIB level. I draw from about 8 to 15 cents. Let me check. Like, there are so many reasons why we bounce at a certain level. So Fibonacci 8 to 15. Oh, that's not Fibonacci. How are you guys doing today? I hope you touched some grass. Today was, at least in the Netherlands, a great day for barbecues. I don't know if you guys like barbecues. If you like barbecues though, let me know. Do you use like coal? Do you have like a gas barbecue or like more like a pizza oven? There we go. There we go, 15 cents. Yeah, it seems very good here. Like what Pete mentioned, I might have drawn it not perfectly here, yeah. Yeah, this is perfect. You can see here, the yellow line, the orange line here, 0.382 at about 12.3 cents. aligns perfectly with about the daily close. We always might have some wicks. We might have some wicks, but overall, this is a quite decent stop here. Marty uses a flat top grill because I'm an American and we overconsume greasy products. I need to look up a flat top grill. A flat top grill. Oh, it's rainy today for Sanja. Hey, crypto fan. Blackstone for life. Crypto fiend. Fiend. Guys, check them out, by the way. He has a YouTube channel. He hasn't been active, though, in a long time. Shame on you, sir. We're waiting for more crypto content. Good to see you, man. I haven't heard of Blackstone, though, before. I've heard of Black Rock. If they start making barbecues, I will buy one. For the memes. What is your prediction of the little crash coin baron? Like, what do you think? I do believe that we can make a bounce from this point onward, but I like, you don't bet on one horse, right? You don't bet on one horse. If you take a look here on this like fractal, it is very clear that after a run down, there can be a bit of a reversal and we can go down even more. So I'm not really, I'm not betting like 100% on that we continue to pump again. It is possible. It is very much possible that in like 4 days, we're back at like 15 cents. And then we can finally break it. And we can actually go to about like 16 and continue to about 20. At about 20 though, I do expect like another 30% reversal. So get prepared, guys. Like, this is probably not going to be a long-term dip. That's at least my expectation here. We can also see that at this exact moment, Bitcoin is going closer and closer to 115k again. So it is very important to be strapped in. Like, it can be over. Like, this dip can be over any minute now. That's kind of the feeling I have. Even ETH Bitcoin is up today a bit. I like it. ETH Bitcoin also, you can see it has, sometimes it pumps. ETH Bitcoin goes down a little bit, has a bit of nothingness, like up and down, but all in the margin. And after a while, it will go up again. That's also my prediction here for ETH Bitcoin. I do believe we might be in the beginning phase of an altcoin season. Like the early phase. I can tell you guys from experience back in 2021, at least back in 2021, this here, it didn't feel like an altcoin season yet. Why? Well, because also here, we started going down. Like we were feeling a lot of momentum here. We're feeling a lot of momentum here, but still we went up again. So when we went down once more, it was like, yeah, okay, sure. In hindsight, this was a double top. In hindsight, this was a double top for Bitcoin dominance. But this definitely felt like another reversal. However, weeks, literal weeks, guys, of nothingness here. Weeks of nothingness. And we can maybe repeat that once more. Then we had a breakdown. And this is what we call altcoin season, I think, for real. But maybe this is the early phase. Like, where are we going to see something very similar? Are we going to see like a lot of nothingness here? It's definitely possible, guys. The only thing I can say, it's probably going to happen. Like, it happened 2 times before. People say things don't repeat. This time is different. We have Bitcoin ETFs. We have Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. But, well, we also have altcoin ETFs. We also see altcoin companies coming up like strategy. So I feel the narrative is changing. But I also feel I feel that, you know, ETH pumped a bit too much here. Like, it needs to recover a bit of ground and then pump some more. So we asked Cliff. So for anyone that does know, Cliff actually has an Obsidian card. So we have a few ranks. We got here the J Green, we got the Indigo, we got the Icy White. Then we got one tier above it. I don't have it. I don't think it's worth it, but you know, maybe Cliff can convince me. We got the Obsidian. It gives you 6.5% cashback, so that is quite great. So that's the black card. And then we have one more card, not yet launched. Like, we have no physical card. I think nobody has the physical card yet. So Obsidian, now we got Prime. Requires $1 million of Crow locked. $1 million. 1 million. What's the movie called again? Like the $1 million guy. It's a cult classic, really. Hey Coin Baron, where did you get the Cronos prize display behind you? Looks super cool. Welcome, Blake. Welcome. I think you think this thing here. I've got a link to it in the description down below. I got it sent, by the way. I got it sent by the guys at Fortune Favors the Brave. So they have their own version here, but it's quite cool. You can also do different coins. But link in the description down below. It's called Assetwatch. Assetwatch. Hey, Morris. For anyone, by the way, check out all the comments, by the way, on the YouTube videos, because Morris came with like a crazy prediction. I didn't believe him. I think he was a bit too bullish, because he said to me, to everyone, basically, he said to us, guys, in a few days, end of the week, end of July, I don't know exactly anymore, we'll see Crow at 15 cents. And he was right. He was right. We saw Crow at 15 cents, 14 to 15 cents. So check out the comments by E. Morris. He is, I think, the closest to a crystal ball. I was surprised by this pump, for real though. Like 12% pump though, that does happen. But we got back to earth now a bit more. Yeah, we're getting back into the range. Almost 13.5 cents now. 30.5 cents for Crow. No barbecue for Pete today. It's cloudy and rainy. Ouch. Actually, if I was worried about my health, Baron, I wouldn't be in crypto. A lot of heart stress, and also my hairline gone back like 6 years as well. I haven't gotten any gray hairs yet, guys. I'm all in. I'm literally all in. I had some, yeah, this is like story time. So when I say I'm all in, I'm like literally all in, like zero fiat money anymore. And I had some issues, or we have like the mortgage to pay. So sometimes I do have some fiat because I have to, but I had to actually get a loan with my girlfriend, like so Mrs. Baron, because I had too much in crypto and too little fiat. So yeah. That's guys why I have memberships and why we have like a pay thing on YouTube, so I can pay for my mortgage. So thank you guys for watching the videos. If you're watching, always don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe if you haven't done so. It does help the channel a lot. And if you can, just a little ask here, not much, if you don't have to become a member, but if you watch the videos, please disable ad blocker. I know it's annoying. I know it's annoying. Disable ad blocker or get YouTube Premium. Or, you know, just, I don't know. Do whatever you please. Do whatever you please. Austin Powers, yes. With the pinky. With the pinky, yes. Do you have a video for the red card? It's coming very soon. It's coming very, very soon. Well, first to members, unfortunately. I will be gone a few days, and I have a few videos I'm preparing for, and I'm gone. And like the card reviews are always relevant. I wish the YouTube Fan XP system rewarded us with cryptocurrency. Like, we're living in 2025, not like 2005. I think on Twitch, I don't know if you guys use Twitch, you can actually use like the points you get to do cool stuff like emojis or anything like that. Let me quickly go to the 5-minute chart. I know the 5-minute chart, it's not the healthy chart to look at it, guys. By the way, welcome AP. But you can see it, how it got rejected twice so far, but it's still going up. Like, the momentum is great. I'm just waiting for that, you know, actual pump. Renato, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for subscribing. It's Wade, good to see you, man. Big things coming with Scott Melker. Scott Melker. Oh, Scott Melker is saying we're prime for 40 cent. I mean, 40 cent, like after 20 cent, it's like the big target, of course. We also got it here. The 40 cent target is about the blue line here on the rainbow chart. So it just fits perfectly with the narrative as well. 20 cents though will be, I think, somewhat of a hard rock to really fly past. Sometimes, guys, I do forget that this is a logarithmic chart, so like this pump here to like the $1 feels like very tiny, but we have to zoom out sometimes and also remind ourselves that like the pump towards $1 was huge. Like this is how it looks like. This is how it actually looks like. Let's see though. Let's see if it's going to play out with the fractal. I still think the fractal looks quite nice. What is going to be quite important though, I don't know if you guys have heard the news. We're going to talk a bit about the Fed now. But the S&P 500 dumped quite a bit. Unfortunately, also bringing down crypto. It is macro bearish, so macro very short-term bearish. Why did the S&P 500 dump? Well, good question, CoinMarrow, good question. The S&P 500 dumped mainly of two reasons. We got job data. We got job data on Friday, and that mentioned, well, not looking all too good. Not looking all too good. Jobs are getting lost. That many, well, not lost. There are less job openings. So we're still getting more jobs, which is good, but less job openings. So we do see a bit of a trend shift. So the economy is not as strong as we initially thought. And of course, the less people have jobs, the less we do see as well the economy getting more liquidity, more actual buyers, more Cliff. 10 gifted subs. Random Midwest, welcome to the club. I see Crypto on a gold one. Jeez Louise. Random Midwest, I see him. Lenny Skinny strapping in for you, sir, as well. Cliff, please send me a DM on X. Mr. Boot, strapped in, sir. I see Crypto Barber as well. I think I might need a haircut soon. Strapped in though. Thank you so much. Anthony, welcome. Welcome to the channel, guys. Big thanks here. Big applause for Cliff Power for 10 gifted subs. Riff H, also another membership for free. Thanks to Cliff. Cliff again, send me a DM. I will send you something to strap in as well. Please do. Hey, number one Vic Gamer. How you doing? How are you doing, sir? Hitting crypto as well. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. There are so many members now in the chat. It's crazy to see. Welcome, Stacy. Welcome. Good morning. Good afternoon. How are you? How are you? I hope all season is finally here. I want to show you a quick tweet though. I don't want to scare you guys, but I posted this a while back. And let me quickly go to my profile here. I posted this a while back, but it's a bit scary. It's a bit scary. But we talked about this on the stream as well, I do believe. I tweet too much. By the way, do follow me at the Coin Baron on X. I do post hopefully interesting stuff, but I talked about, here it is. So John is asking, is it altcoin season yet? Is it altcoin season yet? What I found quite interesting back in 2023, in also about September, we kind of topped at about the same level. You see that here, top, and you see in September of 2023 we went down back to Bitcoin season. Let me quickly bring up, guys, what is happening now with the altcoin season index. It's, by the way, website. It's literally called. You can just look for altcoin season index on the website. They, by the way, updated it, and I don't like it anymore. I don't like this. They changed the colors. I don't know why. It went from like, yeah, okay, this is Bitcoin orange, of course. But what happened is not like in 2023 so far. Well, a little, a little. You can see in 2023 we had also like it's here. This is the 2023 example. We went down really fast. We went down so fast back into Bitcoin season. For now, though, we are kind of bouncing back up. Like what we see in the chart now, that's also happening on the altcoin season index. However, that did also happen here in 2023, but it was a bit lower. It was a bit lower. So you can see that we can have a bit of a last fight here for Bitcoin, for the altcoin season, I mean, before we dive deep into the Bitcoin season. So if you take a look at the history, well, we might have a Bitcoin season upcoming, but I don't think so. I think it's no. I think it's more like here. You can see also here we went up again. Also about the same level it went up. Started struggling a bit more, and then we went into real altcoin season. Brady, no, Cliff, dude, please, guys. I think everyone now in the chat becomes a member. Mr. K, welcome to the member club here, guys. I see so many cool people. Chicks, I see Jinghu as well. Tumpin Chicken, Crypto Gluton. Guys, give a good thank you here to Mr. Cliff Power. Crazy. Thank you so much, Cliff. I don't know what to say. Just send me a DM, please. For some reason, I think Cliff literally made YouTube crash. Okay, welcome by the way to Mr. Stone. Stone, you're a member now. Strap in. I see Steve. Jonathan Navarro, welcome. Sammy Matou. Strapping in for you, sir. Brushy. Strapping in. Tyler Hartley, welcome. Daniel Gutman and also Jason. And there are, I think, a few more, but literally the system is broken now. 26. Dude, Cliff. Take it easy. Only members here. Thank you so much. You really do the best thing on keeping us up to date. Thank you so much. Well, I just try my best. Made possible literally thanks to people like you, Cliff. So again, send me that DM. That's all I need. And I have to say, guys, I'm strapping in too much because did you see these little metal pieces? Yeah, they kind of, you know, if I strap them, they kind of, you know, strap on that, on an intimate place on my chest. Let's say it like that. It's been nothing but Bitcoin season so far. We had a really short visit in November last year, guys. Like November last year, altcoin season. You could feel it because also CRO went to about like, what was it? 23 cents. It's not like Christmas yet, no. It does feel like Christmas. Think of all the cashback Cliff will be getting. I don't know. Do you get cashback on YouTube memberships? Let us know, Cliff. Do you get cashback on this? And also don't forget, guys, if Crow makes a 10x, potentially it's free as well. Potentially it's free as well. The nipple strap, yeah. Is the golden cross still holding up? Good question. I think so. I think it has to. Let me check. Is the golden cross still holding up? Is the golden cross still holding up? For anyone that missed the video, the golden cross is a cross of the 50-day and the 200-day. The 200-day here is at about 9 cents. The 50-day is already climbing higher and higher. Almost at 10.5. And why is it still going up? Why is it holding on? Well, sometimes you see a bit of a quick cross back into like a death cross. Like this is a golden cross, but if you got like a crossover again, this is a death cross. I don't. Can I draw? Yeah, okay, this is my pirate-like death cross. Yeah, or a little doll, I don't know. Yeah, so this will be a death cross. This is a golden cross. So this is good. This is typically bad. However, a death cross typically also kind of points towards the literal bottom. We've had a death cross here. You can see this is a death cross here. Death cross, like here. Yeah, okay, my pirate things are really bad, but this is a death cross. It's corresponded to, what is it, about the 7 cent level. Maybe not exactly, but you can see if you draw down. Almost the bottom. It went a bit lower, but only wicks. Only wicks. Yeah, that's the one, Sanja. that one. Okay, so it's a hat, and then we... Okay, I did it wrong. It's like this. No, okay, I can't do this, guys. You have got this app. During COVID, we played this a lot. I think it was Scribble.io. Scribble.io. You had to like scribble the Eiffel Tower, and people had to guess what is it. And I think people were guessing like, hey, that's a train track. That's a train track. No, it's the Eiffel Tower. Anyways, CRO's still doing quite okay. Cliff, you're awesome. Absolutely. Welcome, Anthony, to the... I think you're a member now. Welcome. Wait, Cliff isn't the member himself. Yeah. you can't select who you gift, unfortunately, Mr. Chaotic. Mrs. Chaotic. You have any price prediction? Coming up very soon. A video specifically about that, Anthony. And in about 2 weeks. We got it planned. We have a schedule. Unfortunately, a lot of things are happening now. So I can say this much though. We have this little graphic here, and I think if you've been here on the channel more often, this is, well, a channel I use a lot, or a graph I use a lot. This is the rainbow chart. I would say the red zone is the bubble territory. The bubble territory. And we do have also here now the green zone, but overall the bubble territory ranges in between $1.20, I believe, or one, yeah, about one. Well, about $1.20, about $1.20, and about $3.50. So in between here, I'm gonna have a price prediction. That's the overall take here. But of course, between $3.50 and $1.20, there's a big difference. Hey chicks, welcome. Good to see you, man. Where you from? I'm from the Netherlands. Simon Kelly, welcome, dude. The Rational Ape. Guys, check them out. Check them out. Hey, Cinema Facts as well. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Let me quickly ask the chat. What do you guys think? Did we get another dip, or do we get another pump now? Do we either got a dip, or do we get a pump? Let me quickly open, guys, a very quick poll now. Will we go below 12 cents for CRO next week? The poll is now open. Typically, so far, what I find interesting is that the chat is often right. The chat is often right. Majority saying no. But still, I would say a respectable 26% is saying yes. We'll see a further dip. Hello, sir. Why CRO? Is it a promo? Nothing paid here. No paid promo. I personally see Karl. I've been investing into CRO for a long time. I think it's one of the biggest asymmetric opportunities we have in the crypto market. Like a known platform, known revenue streams, known brand as well. Very well known brand, but a very low price. So the upside is it's just crazy. It's like this is honestly what's going to create millionaires this cycle. I think in this stream today, I don't know how many millionaires, but I think there will be a few millionaires created this cycle, like potentially in the next few weeks, like before Christmas. Crazy to think about that. My overall take, we have this. Have we talked about this yet today? I don't think so. No, here we have it. Here we have it. This is the Bitcoin cycle. The Bitcoin cycle theory I follow. Cliff. There we go. Welcome, Cliff, to the Strap Club. You got him. You got him, Cliff. Welcome. People say that this cycle is dead, but so far we see a pretty much repeat of the previous cycle. Pretty much spot on repeat. So I do believe, guys, that we will see a peak of the cycle in not too many days. Like, take a look at it. We have had, what is it? Last cycle between the halving and that Bitcoin all-time high. How many weeks was it? 78 weeks. 78 weeks. Where are we now since the halving? Where are we today? 69 weeks. 69 weeks. Give or take 10 more weeks, ladies and gentlemen. 10 more weeks and the cycle might be over. Might become a bit longer though. It's not perfect, right? It's not like Bitcoin has a timer on its hat. Like it can though explode any minute now. That's the crazy thing. You're welcome, Karl. Fitting Crypto got 200,000 lion. Well done, sir. Well done. Somebody is accumulating like crazy here. Like, this is a dip. I don't know. As mentioned, guys, I don't know. That's the honest truth here. I don't know if it will dip any lower. That's the honest truth here. 74% though does say no, we're not going to dip any lower than 12 cents. It is definitely possible though. As I mentioned earlier, I don't take I wouldn't bet the farm on this. I wouldn't bet the farm on this because we have seen it in the past also play out like that. We have seen like a bit of a recovery and then also a further dip, like what we've seen here in this fractal. So I wouldn't bet the farm on it. But still, it's like we have only a few weeks left. So if this fractal is going to play out, we also will see a lot of upside. At least to the dollar level. And if it's going to play out like this, we are getting into something very interesting. Like, if this is going to play out, you could make the argument that we have created also a cup. So then the question becomes, guys, this is going to be a really interesting question. So what if, like, we go to $1? This is all speculation, but this is very well going to happen potentially, right? Potentially what might happen is that we create this $1 target, we hit it, and then we're going down. And then we're going down. Happens a lot, right? You test something, you go to the $1 level, big resistance, you go down. But that would create the perfect cup pattern. I think though in this cycle we don't have enough time for this, but if it's going to play out like a small little cup here, a small little cup, we can actually go to about $2. Like the technical target of a cup and handle pattern is $2. And why? Well, you can take the difference between the neckline of the cup of tea, cup of coffee. I'm personally more of a tea guy, and otherwise I drink espresso. But this is the technical, like the technical target is about, $2. $0.80 CRO and I will upgrade my card. That's the spirit. Jua is saying pump. One fast man is saying pump. I see a lot of pumps in the chat. Cliff is like sent. Christmas is early, guys. I'm honestly blessed with all the kindness by Cliff. And honestly, Cliff is also... Cliff is actually good Santa. I think he's the best secret Santa you could actually wish for. Also in real life. What's happening? What's happening, guys? I've been thinking about getting a Crypto.com credit card. But I owe on their cards. If you can get both, I think. You can get a debit and a credit card. So why not both? If you if you're responsible with credit though. I like that recently. I don't know if you guys use this yourself, but recently we've seen a surge really of services like buy now, pay later. Buy now, pay later. It is just credit in a different package. It's so crazy, but people are using it like crazy. They don't have the money. But they want something now. And they can't pay for it later. And exactly like that mentality, that is going to get them wrecked. And unfortunately, it's going to get them wrecked for like the rest of their lives. Well, I hope you guys in here, we're all trying to learn one thing. That's, of course, TA together. No financial advice, but I also hope you guys together with me try to learn about financial independence. Like, I hope you guys don't have to work another day in your life after this cycle, unless if you want to. Like, that's the thing about financial independence. If you want to work, you can, but if you don't want to work, retire early. Fire. Oh, it's unfortunate, guys. We are unfortunately dumping a little bit, but that's all within the realms of okayness. Oh, we haven't talked about the Trump stuff yet. I think Trump haven't. I think pump. No, I see pump. I read Trump. Pump Trump. You know, the same thing. Let's talk a bit about Trump though, because a lot has happened. So we talked a bit about the job data, right? So the job data was the cause for the S&P to dip very hard. But what happened after that? The news data was super bullish. Like this job data was like the best thing that could happen for Trump. And why not? Not because it's great PR. No. It's bad PR. But the lower job numbers are very important for this here, for the target rate probabilities. We do see that we have in I don't know when exactly. I think on the 17th of September. There will be another FOMC meeting where Jerome Powell will tell us all, will we get a rate cut or will we have another pause, like nothingness, no rate cut. That happened last July. That happened last month. That caused, I think, the initial dip for Bitcoin. But don't forget, guys, that the Fed has a dual mandate. Dual mandate meaning they need to control inflation, and inflation isn't yet fully under control. People say Powell is one big idiot. He isn't though. I would make the argument that if we haven't had any of his trade tariffs, no trade tariffs, we have had a cut. Inflation would have been very much under control, no question marks. Just, you know, we know where we're heading. Trump, though, he introduced the trade tariffs, and I don't like them. It's bad for worldwide trade. You know, he has leverage. He has a lot of the leverage with the US customer base. So, whatever. It's what it is, right? But due to that, you know, inflation being a question mark. Okay, that means pause. Nothing is going to happen. However, job data being lower, that is worrisome. That is a sign for the fact like, hey, wait a minute, maybe these interest rates are a bit too restrictive. We are hammering too much on the economy. The economy cannot handle a prolonged 4.5% interest rate. Potentially the sign. Potentially also a sign of AI taking over jobs. Yeah, AI is, guys, I would say one thing. AI is here. AI is real. It is not a hype. It's not a fad. Get on with the times. If you have a job that might be in danger of like AI, start using it instead of seeing it as a threat. Like if you are an artist, try to see how you can use AI to improve your art. Or maybe if you're a copywriter, you can write a lot more if you incorporate like AI. Prompts are very important though. Anyway, so here 80% now. We do see an 80% chance for a rate cut in September. And a rate cut is good news. It is very much good news because this often corresponds also with altcoins pumping a bit more. Some people say that, you know, high interest rate environment is good for Bitcoin. Low interest rate environment is good for altcoins. We've seen it also in the stock market, like in a high interest rate inflation, we see a lot of, you know, the big four doing very well. We see Coca-Cola doing well, Apple doing well. However, the lower this goes, the more likely investors are investing into higher risk assets as well, like also altcoins. When you say like 12 cents, I'm like, dude, it's 10. Yeah, we're talking dollars, guys. Like the dollar is the world reserve asset. The world reserve asset. Peter's saying, I think this was just a down week rather than a pullback. We will probably get a dip starting from around 25 cents. I do believe so too, Pete. I do believe so too. That's also what the fractal told us, right? If you quickly forget this cup and handle. I was, by the way, a bit late today with the trade stream, so we're going to continue a bit longer. Normally, guys, we do it for about 1 hour. 9 p.m. Amsterdam time. Every Sunday, every Thursday. So don't forget to hit the like button as well. Strap in so you don't miss any video. But you can see here, after about hitting that 20 cent level, or 20, 21, give or take 21, 22, then we have potentially another drawdown here. 30%. 30%. And the fun thing, what I like about this fractal is that it's targeting about 15 cents. Like 15 cents has just been or ceiling. So what we might see now is we break 15 cents in the next coming weeks, maybe. We break 15 cents, we go all the way to 20 cents, and we go back to 15 cents. Everyone will be scared like shit. The market will be in full shambles. All the new investors will be scared again. All the leverage will be liquidated once more. And that's the thing, guys. That's the thing about, you know, this current situation. Leverage trading is a double-edged sword. Yes, you're making double the profit or triple the profit or 100x the profit, but you can also lose everything, like literally everything. And the higher the leverage, the more likely it is you lose everything. That's the honest truth here, because crypto is already quite volatile. So if you add leverage on top of that, it's like going to the casino. It's like going to the casino. Apparently, there's like a toggle you have to turn on to receive memberships. Guys, public service announcement here by Ultra Justin. Press that button. Push that button, guys. At this moment, Crow's going down a little bit, so we have a few more hours. We have a few more hours, guys, to fully close, I would say, within this line here. But still, I'm mainly positive about the momentum here. I'm mainly positive about the momentum. This is a bit scary though. We do see a bit of a rejection here at the yesterday level. It fully retraced though, which I like to see. We're literally back where we were tomorrow, while we closed like the day before yesterday. It's looking quite good. Bitcoin dominance also going down today a bit more. Bitcoin itself, you know, why do I talk about Bitcoin? Well, mainly because it just shows again, guys, how important Bitcoin is for the overall market. Like, it is so predictable. We talked about this on Friday in the video, but after a break below the 21 day, like this is the purple line, the 21 day. If you break down below, you typically test the 50 day. And let's quickly show you guys what happened after that. Well, we went above the 21 day once more. Like the previous time when we touched the 50 day, we went again back above the 21 day. And then we keep testing the 50 day a bit more. And hopefully you get a break to the upside. Let's see though. That's future speculation. Let me quickly see what the chat is saying. What's the chat saying now? Whoa, you guys are super certain. We're not going below 12 cents anymore. Maybe a double bottom. Maybe a double bottom, but you guys are quite certain it's not going to happen. We are so close. It's true fit in crypto. If you don't crow, you don't know. Could institutional involvement extend us past October this time? I would say involvement itself not necessarily is that important. And why do I say that? Well, guys, I said this also, I think, in the crypto report chat, but let's go back to 2021. We had Tesla buying Bitcoin for the treasury. Tesla buying Bitcoin was a watershed moment for crypto. However, what happened? What happened afterwards? Tesla sold their Bitcoin. Tesla sold a bit of their Bitcoin. Why? Sometimes to prove how liquid Bitcoin can be as well. Sometimes also just to take some profit. Don't expect companies, I think maybe strategy might be an exception, but people that bought ETFs are going to take profit. People are going to take profit again. So I don't think we'll see an 80% retrace. I think an 80% might be a bit too much now, but a 60% retrace for Bitcoin is definitely in the cards again. So if we go to $200,000, I think we might close the bear market below 80k, 75. No financial advice, but I just tell you guys that probably not much has changed. Like, things just keep repeating and repeating and repeating. We got 49 votes, guys. 49 votes. Don't forget to vote and also hit the like button, please. The cycle has been quite crazy with wars as well. Oh man, Iran, Israel, Gaza, Ukraine. I think Cambodia had something a few weeks ago that has been resolved very quickly though. Volume is low and price is rising, so that is bearish. However, volume can pour in and change everything. Yeah, that's true. Some bearish divergence. Good note here, Cliff. Good note. Cronos does seem to like November tops. True that. True that. Also the option, guys, sideways. I think though that, you know, we do see a lot of volatility now. I think volatility has truly returned. When Crow hits $1, I will get my wife a card, my son, my daughter. We will be the Crow. That, sir, is an underappreciated joke. I like it. It is Cliff Chris. No, Chris and Cliff look completely different. I don't know though who's the more sexy guy. That's for you guys to decide. I have a crypto debit card and better yet received an autograph letter from the CDC CEO himself. I think it's really cool how they do the packaging. Let me quickly get it for you guys. So if you haven't seen it before, Oh, here it is. You get like this little thing here. If you get the card, you get this little thing. This is a different crypto credit card, of course, but you get this cool package. And I think in here, I don't see it anymore, but you do get like this little card indeed with like little text. I think talking about why crypto is so important, and I think they also ask you to share with your friends and family. With, of course, also the sign by Chris, which I like. Keeping up with inflation is more difficult than keeping up with the Kardashians. I don't know. It is harder now because they fired the guy that the lady that was responsible for data collection. Tariffs are a consumption tax and so are inflationary. If they weren't in place, I agree the economy would have slowed enough to cut rates further. Marty's saying, I honestly think it is so personal between them. They will not see any rate cut until Powell's out. I don't think that Powell holds a grudge. I think he's really like, well, a bit like us. He's like a true nerd. He's like saying, well, no, I'm not seeing the data. Data's not really fitting my narrative, so no. Yeah, especially because, no, I don't know. I mean, he has cut in the past, so it's not like he can't. Maybe though. I think I've seen this video between Powell and Trump in the Fed office that they were building or renovating. I don't know. That was really awkward. Really awkward. Trump like giving him this cut, like, yeah, you guys are spending $200 million on an office, and of course Trump is a real estate guy, so he kind of knows what he's talking about until he doesn't. So very awkward, very awkward. JP, welcome. Zerka strapping in a bit late. Good to see you though. Hello from Greece. Hello. $1 crow is easy, and someday $10 to $15. Let's see. Not this cycle, though. Not this cycle. Yeah, true. Powell will be able to ride the narrative of too much uncertainty. He won't make any cuts. I think, though, with the data showing that the job market is plunging, that might be a narrative to still do that. Darren, welcome. Good to see you on the live. SpaceX holds Bitcoin. Tesla holds Bitcoin. But they also sold. They also sold their Bitcoin. Of course they hold, but they also sold quite a bit. I think they sold more than 50%. I don't know if they bought back in. I have no clue. Good to see you, Daniel. Ooh, a lot of coins on the Cronos chain are doing good as well today. I've seen Mary plus 12%. Powell and Trump need some coffee. I do agree. They need to chill, sit down, and have a good old conversation. I think they actually had quite a lot of talks recently. We've had the worst economy in our lifetime with Biden, and he cut rates, I think 100%. It is so personal. Let's see. I'm not really too deep in the US economy, but if you say so, Marty, I might believe you. JP, welcome. Have a good one. Enjoy. I think guys, we're going to bounce here soon as well. So the internet just told me that Tesla owns 12,000 Bitcoin. Not too shabby. That is actually really interesting because together it's about 20,000 Bitcoin. I've heard that Coinbase, like the exchange, they hold only about 12,000 Bitcoin. I was like, okay, 12,000 Bitcoin is a lot, right? 12,000 Bitcoin is a lot, but Coinbase has been around since 2013, and Bitcoin was like worth, what is it, $100? So I was thinking, well, Coinbase probably holds about, I don't know, 50,000 Bitcoin or something like that. But no, About 12,000. You can find that, I think, in the most recent revenue earnings data by Coinbase. I'm checking if I can find them, but they post a lot on their X profile. What are your plans for when you cash out? Any thoughts? Real estate, Zerka. I'm going to do real estate. That's the idea. Chill. Buy some property. Start a show where you say, you're fired? No, I don't know exactly what we're going to do, but we'll see. Stacy's bullish. Stacy's bullish. I like that, Stacy. Me too. I like to be a bit more bullish. Guys, you guys are also quite bullish. I want to show you that the majority is saying 74% says no, we won't go below 12 cents. That's also what the 8-ball said. So the 8-ball does agree with you guys. With that, guys, I do want to remind you that if you haven't hit the like button yet, please do. Don't forget to also strap in if you're new to the channel. We talk a lot about CRO, we talk a lot about Bitcoin, we talk a lot about crypto, macro, and barbecues. I need to look up the Blackstone and the Top Grill one, so let me do that. If not, I will see you probably Thursday on the new stream, and then also on Sunday with a new stream. And in the meanwhile, a lot of new videos. Stay tuned for, I think, a time to buy a video. I want to do one about the strategic reserve. That's still a hot topic I want to talk about. And expect something about the more short term, because things are happening, I think, happening very fast in the upcoming few days. So stay tuned, strap in. Enjoy your weekend, touch some grass, and, well, bye. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. The property baron. No, yeah, you know, still collecting coins. Still collecting coins. Where's the end button? The house baron? No.